I want to give you guys a quick PSA. I finally found a great pair of heated motorcycle gloves. These are called the Highway 21s. They're a little bit expensive. I'll leave them linked down below. But to me, they're totally worth it. You can find cheaper heated gloves on Amazon, but from the reviews I saw, they don't work too well and they don't last. These gloves are extremely high quality. I mean, just look at them. And I've already ridden in sub-freezing weather multiple times and my thumbs didn't freeze. So that's a huge positive. Okay, but on to the main topic. Did you guys know that apparently two-wheeled bikes are officially out? They are no longer cool. It's all about three-wheeled trikes.
For years, this has been the #1 most requested e-bike from our riders. A model that blends unstoppable fun with expertly engineered safety. And a model that combines the power and perks of an e-bike with more utility and stability for all types of riders. Get ready for an unexpected joyride, because the latest rad isn't an e-bike, it's an e-trike.
So let's talk about trikes. The main reason why people buy trikes is for their added cargo utility. Now with that said, of course, there are regular bikes that are designed for cargo, but trikes are usually a little bit better for this application. But that's usually at the expense of handling, right? Trikes are usually not that sporty and fun to ride, although there is one big exception, and more on this later on in the video. Okay, but to do this topic justice, let's transition over to my desk so we can go over this topic in depth. Oh yeah.
Okay, now before getting into the trike, I think it's important to understand the existing competition, which is a traditional two-wheeled cargo bike. These kinds of bikes are extremely practical machines. We can see what it looks like in action. There's usually a front rack, an elongated rear rack, and you can even add things like pannier bags for extra cargo space. The benefits of a bike like this is that the riding characteristics are very similar to a traditional bike with some added cargo utility. Fun fact, Casey Neistat recently made a video of him buying one of these bikes for the purposes of getting around New York City with cargo.
This is a bicycle built for three. One normal-sized human here, two tiny humans here. It's electric!
It was an awesome video, I highly recommend it. I'll leave it linked down below. And if you follow other awesome channels like Not Just Bikes, he's a huge advocate of cargo bikes like this. These are conventional two-wheeled bikes, but the frame and setup is a little bit different, and they are super popular in the Netherlands.
I genuinely believe that bikes like these have the potential to be the most important vehicles of the 21st century.
And finally, that brings us to the trikes, a category that's existed for a while, but currently, especially in the electric vehicle space, it's kind of gaining some more ground. So Rad Power just came out with the radtrike, and you can pre-order it for $2,500. It has a range of around 55 miles, it can haul 415 pounds, and it has a nominal 750 watt motor. Now, when evaluating the cargo ability of this bike frame to see the advantages over a regular cargo bike, we can see a pretty standard front rack and rear rack. So just the fact that this rack is more stabilized between two wheels, even though it's physically not that much bigger than other cargo bikes, it still enables you to carry bigger, more heavy loads. And not to mention, because of the added stability, if you have something like a disability, this bike is just a lot easier to ride. So at a glance, when it comes to these more utilitarian, useful cargo bikes, you have the traditional option up here, which is still very useful. You have the more European approach with a massive kind of front trunk area, and finally a three-wheel trike option. Now I gotta say, between all these models, the physical amount of cargo you can transport is pretty similar. The trike just gives you more stability when carrying big, odd-shaped heavy loads, but it does have a trade-off. So the third wheel and the added stability means that you can't lean the bike, and the seating position here is very upright, which means that you can't go that fast on these. But instead of ending the video there, because I do like the idea of trikes, I did more research and I came across these. This is a slightly different category of tadpole trikes. So it's still a trike, but basically everything else about the geometry of this bike is radically different, and to me, a little bit better. The biggest difference, of course, is the seating position. It's way lower to the ground, and you're also kind of laid back, so the handling The fun factor and comfort is significantly better. And I did come across a video on YouTube where a guy took one of these tadpole trikes, put a high-powered electric motor on it, and it looked like a ton of fun to ride. And no promises, but I kind of want to buy one of these tadpole trikes, convert it myself, and make a whole video series out of it. If you guys want to see that, leave a like on this video.
So that's the emerging trike market, or the e-trike market. Are you guys potential buyers? As far as I see it, a trike is just another cargo bike. Lots of utility, but it's one option amongst many. It's a little bit better for, big, heavy loads because of the added stability. But if you want something that's more exhilarating to ride, I think those tadpole trikes have a ton of promise. They might be a little bit less practical, but I mean the fun factor, come on. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe for future content. And don't forget about these gloves. If you're like me and you ride all year long in the winter, I honestly really like these. Totally worth it to not get frostbite on my hands. I'll leave an affiliate link down below if you guys want to check it out, support the channel. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.